Well, welcome so much, everybody. We're about to get started here, but yes, people will continuing to enter. And welcome to the church in Ocean Park. So glad that you're here, and it is officially graduation Sunday. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. We are gonna party, definitely. So we're going to get started. And for our opening song, I kept thinking, uh, what would be a good song? So this song is from Joni Mitchell, and it's her song called Circle Game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so the chorus says, and the seasons, they
Oh,
go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return. We can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in a circle game. So let's see. Aha. So that's for the chorus. And please, I know unfortunately you got to be on mute, but please sing along. Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. Here comes the chorus. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and around in a circle game. All right. And then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. Here we go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and around in a circle game. Oh, fantastic. I see Carol and Charles, yes, and Tara and Matthias. Yes, welcome. Glad you are here. Oh, yeah, Joni Mitchell. She's got another verse or two. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Oh, and cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell her, take your time, it won't be long now till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. All right, give me a little bit of a sway, y'all. And the seasons, they go round and around, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go a circle game. So the years spin by, and now the child is 20, and their dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. But there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. Okay, here we go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle game. Oh, we can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in a circle game. All right, everybody, raise the roof. I saw you singing and swaying. Thank you so much for doing that. Welcome to the church in Ocean Park. And for some people, it's welcome back. It's so good to see you. So good to see you. As you know, this is a wonderful, caring interfaith congregation celebrating diversity, celebrating those who are just starting out, those who are young, those who are more seasoned, and empowering all of us, encouraging lively discussions and cultivating shared leadership. I'm Dr. Kim Harris, and I am so glad to be a member of the church in Ocean Park. And you may be wondering if you're welcome here. You are welcome if you are atheist, Wiccan, Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Sikh, Muslim, Jewish. You are welcome if you are one of various different stripes of Christian. You are welcome if you are a combination or if you are something else altogether. We extend a special invitation today to those who have graduated, those who are moving on to a next chapter in their lives. We have also a special invitation for those who are married or single, divorced, gay, transgender, filthy rich, or dirt poor. We extend a special invitation to crying newborns. Or you might be crying and you say, I'm not a newborn, but today's just a bit of a hard day. You are welcome. Bring it all. You're welcome if you just woke up or just got out of jail. We don't care if you are more religious than the Pope or haven't been to a synagogue since your niece's bat mitzvah. We extend a special invitation to those who are over 60 but haven't really grown up that much yet. And to those who are soccer moms, tree huggers, latte sippers, vegetarians, junk food eaters, those who are in recovery, those who are still addicted, those who are vaccinated, those who are thinking about it, those who are not vaccinated, everybody's welcome. You are all welcome. If you're feeling down in the dumps, if you don't like organized religion, or if you are just celebrating graduation, welcome to the church in Ocean Park. And we have a special way that we begin each time we gather with a chant from Thich Nhat Hanh. I have arrived. I am home. Let's see. I am home in the here and in the now. So please take a good deep breath. Let it out. And we will chant together. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the in the now. One more time. I have arrived. I am home in the here and in the now. Welcome to the church in Ocean Park.
I'm the Reverend Janet Gallery McKithen, and I'm also welcome you to the church in Ocean Park. I'm really glad you're here. I'm very excited this morning because it's graduation Sunday, and there's a lot of our friends that came back to say hi to us and that we are honoring and we're congratulating today, because as everyone knows, this has been a very, very difficult couple of years. So it's been very, very difficult to graduate. So these people who are graduating now are amazing. They're amazing that they made it through. We're amazing that we all made it through and we're here today to say that we're here. But these folks, all of a sudden they were in their house doing what they can to graduate. And I'm so amazed that they are so resilient that they're able to do that. They're so strong and so just incredible. Thank you so much for hanging in there, you graduates. It's amazing that you did that. We really want to celebrate you and we really love you so much. If we understand the difficulties of this year just for us, and we can't imagine being in your shoes. So thank you so much for hanging in there. We really appreciate it. We begin with the land acknowledgement because all of us are living and sitting and standing on stolen land wherever we are. And so we want to acknowledge the people whose land we stole. And we did it very violently and very as if we were the ones who deserved it and they didn't, and we just took it from them. And some of those folks are still among us. And so we pledge ourselves to be a part of a culture of repair. And by acknowledging the land that we're on. The church in Ocean Park is diverse. And so there are a lot of different voices and you get to hear a lot of them today. And every Sunday, the reason that we have different folks speak is because we believe that broadening your perspective is a good idea anyway, but also it benefits helping to make a better world, to create a more beloved community. If you only know your own perspective, you're going to be very, very narrow-minded about what needs to be done. So we continue to open up our perspectives, and no one person speaks for the church in Ocean Park except the administrative board. So you have just as much voice as anybody who's speaking, including myself. If you don't agree with someone, that doesn't mean you don't agree with the church in Ocean Park. It means that you are a part of church in Ocean Park and your voice is different. Your viewpoint is different. So thank you and welcome. When Jean Gasca plays the piano, she's going to be playing Pomp and Circumstance, and Gina Fraser will be reading the names of the graduates, and I'll be spotlighting them on the screen. So graduates, be ready for hearing your name, and you'll be not asked to do anything, but you'll be spotlighted and we'll be able to say congratulations to you. And then after that, we will have a song, and then we will be hearing from some of our folks after the next song. So we welcome to our graduates. Let's give them some honor, and you can do it through emoticons, reactions down below, or you can do it through the chat as well. So welcome to our graduates. Let's celebrate.
First graduate is Harmony Phillips. Harmony is graduating from kindergarten at Roosevelt Elementary, and she is continuing on to first grade at Roosevelt Elementary. Our next graduate is Matthias Leslie. Matthias is graduating from Will Rogers Elementary School, and he's continuing on to John Adams Middle School. Next graduate is Joshua Leslie. Joshua has graduated from John Adams Middle School. Joshua will be continuing on to Santa Monica High School. Our next graduate is Ananda Searcy. Ananda is graduating from John Adams Middle School. He will be continuing on to Santa Monica High School. Our next graduate is Patience Brennan. Patience is graduating from Zoo Magnet High School, and she is continuing on to UC Davis. Next graduate is Sandra Gordon. Sandra is graduating from Culver City High School, and she is continuing on to San Francisco State University. Sandra. Our next graduate is Charles Harkon. Charles is graduating from UCLA, and he's continuing to work for justice in the Philippines. Our next graduate is Angel Martinez. Angel is finishing student. He's finishing student teaching at Stoddard in Anaheim Elementary School. And Angel will be beginning a new job as a music teacher in the Clovis Elementary School District. And we recognize all of our graduates today.
Fantastic. Thanks to Jean Gasca for playing Pomp and Circumstance for us. And to Gina, thank you for reading there. And we've got some great music, right, Reverend Janet, coming up?
Yeah, so also I'd like, if there are here we didn't recognize, please put your hand up and we'll recognize you. All right, so we are celebrating these graduates and others as well. We will have a song now from Larry Doge, and then we'll go on to our speakers.
Hi. Graduation is a time of many emotions. Some sadness, leaving a safe place, a contained place, and where you were able to do well, and a lot of excitement about a new frontier where you have more freedom and more ability to make your own choices, make your own mistakes, but also to make your own triumphs. This is a song by the Dixie Chicks from the early days when they were still the Dixie Chicks, called Wide Open Spaces, about the hope of wide open spaces in the future. Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home, who's never struck out to find a dream and a life of their own. A place in the clouds, a foundation of stone. Many precede and many will follow. A young girl's dreams no longer hollow. It takes the shape of a place out west. But what it holds for her, she hasn't yet guessed. She needs wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She traveled this road as a child, wide-eyed and grinning, she never tired. But now she won't be coming back with the rest. If these are life's lessons, she'll take this test. She needs wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. Yeah, she knows the high stakes. folks drive away, her dad yells, check the oil. Mom stares out the window and says, I'm leaving my girl. She said it didn't seem like that long ago when she stood there and let her own folks know she needed wide open spaces, room to make her big mistakes. She needs new faces. She knows the high stakes. She knows the high stakes. Knows the high stakes.
Thank you so much. The three amazing speakers this morning, that three of them are grads and the other one is going through some major transitions that I think would be inspiring for not only the graduates, but for all of us to hear about. So Chuck Parcon is a member, he's been working for justice in the Philippines, and we have a Philippine task force. Some of you know that I've been to the Philippines for 2 summers in a row and learned how much our military spending is going to the Philippines. So our tax dollars are funding the killings in the Philippines of native peoples over there and destroying ecology and people as well as culture. And Sandy Gordon will be speaking after Chuck, and some of us know Sandy from when she was very small, and she's been a part of our community for a very long time, and she just graduated from Culver City High School. And then we'll have Angel Martinez, and Angel, some of you know for a very long time as well, because she helped with the queer prom about, I think maybe 8 years ago. The first one is when and they've been a part of it ever since, and now is on to wonderful, amazing things. And then Maureen Dean is going to speak to us a little bit about how her education is continuing and the transitions that are going on in her life and how that affects us as we look at future for graduates and for all of us, and what the possibilities are, and that they don't stop. So I'm going to just let them go in order so that I don't have to intervene too much. But so the first one is Chuck, then Sandy, Angel, then Maureen. So welcome, Chuck.
Hi, y'all. I think this is the first time meeting a lot of you. I've only really known like Janet, and I've seen like Linda. But thank you for opening up this space and this, this community. I'm really excited that I got the invitation to speak today. And Janet just asked me to share, how was like the last year at UCLA, what kept me going, what am I doing right now, and hopes for the future. I want to keep it like a little brief, but I do want to share that last year, I think it was a lot of struggle for a lot of students. It was just like a lot of adjusting. But I think more so than the academic sense, it really was trying to find ways to provide community care amidst everything going online, like a tendency for folks to like isolate and, really have to try and rebuild like these forms of care like online, or where folks are able to meet and really share space. So I think that was a really challenge that I began to really feel. How am I able to find community spaces amidst this pandemic, still hold on to like these relationships and bonds that have been built, through the past, whether it be like organizing, in school, general relationships as well. So I think that was definitely a struggle, but whether it be on like Zoom, on like other like places such as like Discord, which is another type of like streaming, like voice platform, and even online, there were still limited capacity, but in-person actions, mobilizations, and rallies of not just Filipino folk like talking about like their conditions, whether it be here in the diaspora in the Philippines, but a lot of people really speaking about what is really going on in the world amidst everything. The pandemic really exacerbating like these already, really terrible conditions that folks have to go through here within the U.S. and across the world. So I think I really found a lot of strength in that. Even amidst everything, people knew that there were still fights that need to be fought, and movements that need to be waged. So that's really what kept me going. It's really like a people power. Really fighting for folks that may not have access to healthcare during this time, or may not be, or maybe immunocompromised, or folks that lost jobs or is struggling for academics, all across the board, really knowing that at the end of the day, it's not going to be um, you know the US government helping us out. It's really us people on the ground that really have the strength to really tend and nurture to each other, and to hold on to that throughout whatever comes. Yeah, and then I think Janet talked about it. What am I doing right now? Just continuing. I think throughout my undergraduate, um, I would organize Filipino and non-Filipino youth and students to really fight for what's going on in the Philippines, which is really like vast human rights violations, but to also fight alongside a people's movement that is strong and ever growing, not just in the Philippines, but across the world, where Filipinos are um, scattered over 10 million throughout like so many different, like 250 countries. There's always a movement to really organize migrant Filipinos, youth Filipinos, even elderly folks, and like wherever like Filipinos and non-Filipinos like are, to really fight for a better and just society. And that's what I want to keep doing. Basically, just organizing local communities to really um, yeah, fight for an end to these tax dollars going to such human rights violations in the Philippines, but also a need to really put these tax dollars where people could actually like, receive benefits. Where it's like, healthcare, education, housing, food, a lot of these basic necessities that are often neglected for, um, I'll say like colonial, like conquest and imperial domination of the U.S. um, how much more could that be used for someone that needs a place to stay or needs a meal,
Mm.
and yeah, I think hopes for the future, just continuing to strengthen that organizing, but also strengthen myself, to continue to remold, to continue to I guess be a better person, but also to recognize um, that everyone has the ability to change, and that we're all like going through this together. um, yeah, so I think that's all I really wanted to say.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for
Thanks. All right, Sandy.
Okay. Hey, Church of Ocean Park. I am Gordon, and I will be attending San Francisco State in the fall, majoring in film. A lot of you may know me because I am Bob and Trudy's granddaughter, and some of you may not know me, but now know I am Bob and Trudy's granddaughter. I've been a part of the church since I've been 5, and I will be 19 in 2 months, which is crazy to think about because it's just, yeah, I'm going to be 19 in 2 months. I'm 18 right now, and I've just been a part of the church for like, how long? 11 years. And I recently graduated from Culver City High School this year, but my time in high school was cut short. I didn't get to have a senior year, which really sucked. But besides that, high school was really fun for me. I had some great teachers and I met wonderful people, my best friends. But now I'm entering adulthood and I don't know what to expect besides bills, which I'm not ready for yet, but that will wait. But honestly, I can't imagine how my life is going to be in the next 15 days. I can't predict anything about what's going to happen at college with my roommates, etc. And that really stresses me out, but it also excites me being independent, starting a new life, basically. But I'm going to be homesick. I'm going to miss my family. I'm going to miss my mom, Bob, my Nana, my brother Jeremiah, my Aunt Gina, who's here. Hi, Gina. But I'm ready for this new adventure. I'm really excited to leave and start my own life. And a word to advice to the younger people at the church is that high school takes a lot of hard work and dedication. And I know that's cliche to say, but it really does. And always remember that you're there for your education. That's the number one thing, is your education, and remember why you're there. So yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you. Angel?
Hi, everybody. My name is Angel Martinez, and I met Janet and Harley Jim back in 2013. So I was, I think, a sophomore in high school, And I was looking for a safe space to, you know, to bring my partner at the time to prom. And so me and the president of GSA, we reached out to Janet and we're like, hey, and so we started our first queer prom. And ever since that year, you know, Janet and the community have been helping to create a safe space for queer prom every year. So thank you for still, you know, keeping on that journey. I graduated from high school from Santa Monica High School in 2015. And then I went to Cal State Long Beach to get my bachelor's in music education for choir studies. And I just finished my 2-year credential program. And that took, so I did 7 years of school to be a teacher. I didn't know it was going to take that long. And there was so many steps to be a teacher, but I just finished my internship, and it was very difficult teaching online throughout the pandemic. I taught at 2 different schools, Stoddard Elementary School, TK through 6, and I also taught at Ball Junior High in Anaheim School District. I taught choir there as well. So it was a very challenging school year. Things that got me through was going to therapy twice a week, group therapy, reaching out to friends, really taking care of my mental health. I went back on my antidepressants to kind of help me with like anxiety. And I'm trying to get back to staying at a healthy weight. So now I'm just focusing on my health. I know a lot of us, when we go into work zone, we tend to forget about ourselves and self-care. So things that really helped me through this time is just really listening to myself and reaching out to my community. And now I got hired as a full-time teacher, as elementary vocal choir teacher in Clovis, which is right about Fresno. And first generation, it's really, really exciting just to have a job and have some type of stability, especially as a person of color. You know, a lot of you can agree with that. And I'm just so excited for these new beginnings. I'm a little nervous for this community that I'm moving to. It's predominantly white and very Republican, a very anti-mask, anti-vaccine town in the suburbs. But I need to create some kind of change in places that students need to have some kind of inclusive curriculum. So here I go. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. It's so great that you're here. Thank you, Angel. All right, Maureen Dean.
Well, good morning, everyone. Are you hearing me okay? Great. All right. Yes. So so much. I think so. I am now currently, I started about 3 weeks ago, a doctoral program at Smith College. I am focused, PhD in clinical social work, and really continued to be moved into doing that kind of work. From my perspective as a person of African descent, who in the last 350 years, it was illegal for us to learn to read and write. And I still recall people that I was growing up with, senior people who couldn't read because of that. And we had to read for them. And so now that we have the capacity to do it and the opportunity, we are able to give voice to a lot of what the people in the community say and feel and think about health. You know, like for example, in the Black Lives Matter movement, one of the recommendations were for to have social workers working alongside with the police in terms of providing for mental health services. And we know that there's need for decolonization of the social work and the mental health practices in the countries as well. And that ideas and theories and policies actually come from the people on the ground. So I'm thankful that I have the ability and the gift to move doing. I'm trying to develop and work together in developing, bringing in the contributions that people of African descent have made to towards health and addressing health disparities and addressing positive outlooks instead of pathology. So for example, there's a particular traditional dance we use in the Caribbean when a woman loses her child. And so what does it mean if we make that dance available for the prevention and healing of postpartum depression, especially among women of color who are, and Black women who experience the highest level of infant mortality loss in the US. So it's been very challenging because we're doing it on a block basis. So we have 3 months of classes and then 9 months of internship. And in the 3 months, for 1 month, you have like 5 courses that you have to complete. So there's been many sleepless nights. And of course, one of my least favorite, but I'm not saying that, one of the challenges I've had is with quantitative analysis. And I'm happy to say that I am learning it finally, thanks to Jean Gaskell. I know what mu and sigma and standard deviation, I can now do that. And even that, you know, it's a lot of gender. We have male teachers mainly teaching that, and they like to mesmerize you with the figures and the sum. But Gina just made it so simple, you know, like, observe this happens in the bay, how much of water. Oh, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. I can do that. So we continue to learn. It's particularly challenging. Sometimes I don't even have time to have breakfast or to have tea. And those have been very supportive, like pouring their cup of tea while I'm trying to do this. So yeah, this is what we're doing. And it doesn't matter what age or stage, we're living it up. We're into this liberation work, this social justice work. We're going out with our shoes on. So thank you so much. And I'm happy to be here with you today and for the encouragement and support. Claudia is going to help me make sure to get my health things in order so that I can keep it on. So thanks for all the support and keep doing it. Thank you. Carry on.
Thank you, Maureen, and thank you, Sandy and Chuck and Angel. All of you add to this wonderful mix of inspiration we got. Thank you so much. Each one of you brought something different, and I want to show you. I want to end with showing you a brief video of some of our graduates. This won't have all of them, but it will have some of them. Some of them are not able to be here this morning, so I thought I would show you them in picture. And we'll go on to Larry.
It's really thrilling to see such beautiful, hopeful people graduating. It's just the best. But, you know, graduation is also leaving, and leaving behind some good memories, some bad memories, but leaving behind things that have formed you and made you the person you are now. So here's a song sort of looking backwards in that one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by, and weep not for the memories. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how we feel so much, but we cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, but we can't be heard. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by, and weep not for the memories. I'm so afraid to love you, but more afraid to lose, clinging to a past that doesn't let me choose. Once there was a darkness, deep and endless night. You gave me everything you had. Oh, you gave me life. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Remember all the good times that we had. I let them slip away from us when things got bad. How clearly I first saw you smiling in the sun. I want to feel your warmth upon me. I want to be the one. I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Weep not for the memories.
Thank you so much. Well, now we're going to move into community sharing. And so we invite you, if you have something you can say, you can either say something to one of the graduates, or you might want to make a statement yourself, or if you have something brief you'd like to say, it'll be fantastic. So, okay, so we'll start off with Jean Gasca, if you want to get us started with your community sharing.
Well, I just wanted to say to all the graduates and those who spoke today, such congratulations. It's so exciting to see everyone and hear what you had to say. And I wanted to say a few things as a teacher who has retired from full-time teaching after 40 years. I taught pretty much third grade through 12th grade and at UCLA for about 8 years. So I've taught just about everybody. But, one of the things about education is, and I hear it over and over because now I'm tutoring and I have individual students, I hear over and over, why am I learning this? Why do I have to learn geometry and be able to prove that two triangles are, why do I have to do this? Or that a teacher is unclear, this is unfair. And what I wanted to say to everyone, because whether you've graduated or not, you're going to have more learning opportunities in your life. All of those challenges are just setting you up for challenges in life. Things that seem to be unfair allow you to develop resilience. They allow you to learn how to ask questions to clarify for yourself. Instead of being upset that somebody else isn't clear, you have the power to ask questions and say, this isn't clear to me. Can you clarify this? And a lot of times I went to UCLA, Chuck, and I also taught at UCLA. And I went to every teacher. Now, of course, this is not easy when you're online. Hopefully the teachers made themselves available to you. But I went to every instructor and made sure to ask questions so that I knew what was going on in my own education. Another thing about why am I learning all these things is exposure to lots of ideas. That's one of the reasons why there's so many requirements in college. You may not like learning poetry, but you might find a new love learning poetry. You might discover that anthropology is what you want to do with your life and that you never knew about it before. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have as diverse an education as possible, so that you have a chance to discover what you are interested in. I have a friend who cuts my hair, and her oldest son can't figure out what he wants to do yet. So he's working at Target, which is fine, but he can't figure it out, and he doesn't want to go to school. But that might help him to figure things out. So let's see. Employers, why do employers want to see that you have graduated from high school or from college? Well, it shows a lot of things. It shows that you can work hard. It shows that you can listen to instructions and follow them, that you can follow through and finish something, anything, right? That you can set goals and reach them, and that you can communicate your needs with a teacher, because you're going to have to do that with employers later. Believe me, you're going to have to do that. And I wanted to say also to Angel that when you're teaching in an environment that is not really supportive of you or what you believe, you can create an atmosphere in your classroom. You can kind of close the door and help those students to understand some different things. It doesn't mean that you have to say, oh no, what you understand or what your parents understand is wrong. You can just introduce them to different ideas. So one of the things that I did was I taught nonviolent communication in my classroom to make sure that everybody was respected, that everyone had a voice, that no question was stupid. And those kids, some of them would come up to me and say, you know, my parents, they're angry all the time, and they're angry with each other all the time. And a few of them went home and taught their parents how to do these things. So education may not, it may feel mysterious to you sometimes, but there are a lot of reasons for it, and really excited for all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean. Now we'll go to Craig Ali.
Yes, I also want to say that I'm praying, you know, essentially for all the graduates. But in follow up to what Jean had said, Angel, I'm really praying for you, because teachers in this point are dealing, you know, in an environment where they essentially not only have to be teachers and guardians of truth, they have to be soldiers. So much pushback in terms of education, specifically amongst those that want to hear certain things, not necessarily based in truth. So I'm praying for you, sister. And, you know, I say that too because I have the utmost respect for education. I have the utmost respect for teachers. And I look at my mother, and I look at, you know, my aunts and cousins who are all teachers. And they didn't have within that generation that you're facing. So, you know, Maureen, I'm also praying for you, because health, you know, we're now witnessing a crisis in which there's not a whole lot of information and positive attitudes towards health, you know, and you're also, you know, one of the soldiers that is trying to address this truth. So, you know, I'm praying for you as well. I'm praying for all of you, but for you two specifically, I'm sending out that prayer. Thank you.
Oh, thanks so much, Craig. And I want to put in a little something for Maureen, because it is wonderful when people, as they even become more seasoned, continue education. So keep on doing it, Maureen. And I think many of you know that she and I were together at Union Seminary. And so it's just great to see her continuing on with her education. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations to all the graduates and continuing students. As chair of PCG in Santa Monica, I just want to commend everybody. You guys have done an awesome, fantastic, beautiful job with your education. It's one thing that I want to say that I've never, ever heard anybody mention this, but I'm going to mention this because I'm part of that living situation right now. Many people, many times they want to encourage you in college and they want to push you forward. And it's just like if you guys have been watching the Olympics, there are so many different athletes, right? We have from gymnastics, we have swimming, we have skateboarding and fencing. So I want you new graduates to know that in your lifetime, you should have actually experienced 3 different types of careers. So don't think, feel any form of, oh my God, I'm in this, and what do I do if I want to change my career, or if I want to change my major? Is perfectly fine. God has given you one body, one soul, and one spirit. So utilize it to your advantage. I'm 60 years old. I just now completed a 40-day fast. That's water and juice for 40 days. And only because of the strength of God that he woke me up, he chose to do this. So I'm grateful and thankful to be here. I want you guys to continue in what you're doing. I'm going to definitely stay in contact with Minister Janet. I love you so much. And I just want to say, you guys are awesome. You've accomplished so many things, and your focus, keep it laser beam. Learn finances. Learn finances, from home budgeting to how to finance, how you're going to do your schooling, between paying out of pocket, looking at those scholarships, those loans, those grants, your parents, GoFundMe accounts. Learn everything you can about financing and start saving right now. So when you hit my ripe age of 60 years old and beyond, you can not only provide for yourself and your parents, but you got to do, it's called generational wealth, from one generation to the next. So your education is not only based on finances, but you guys invested your life already. And I commend you for what you've done already for yourselves. It's very personal, but you guys are doing so much great work, and you're doing it for the community that you guys not only live in, but abroad, from here to the Philippines, to Africa, back to Santa Monica. I love you guys all. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Reverend Joseph.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to give thanks to God for health and strength, and to encourage the graduates and to support them. I just want the graduates to know that they help people that they don't even realize. They help people that they don't even know. They help people that they have never met. So continue to go forward with courage and strength. Education is a lifelong thing. I'm in my 70s and I'm about to do my dissertation now in clinical psychotherapy. So you can always learn. you never stop learning. So I'm just thankful that I was able to assist Maureen in some way, some small way, while she was here. And to say to all the graduates, carry on.
Thanks, Reverend Joseph. Gina.
Hello. I just wanted to congratulate all the graduates. I'm so happy for you. I also wanted to tell Reverend Hepburn and also Maureen, if they need a test rabbit or something like that, they can always use me. I'm available. I also wanted to do, I believe it's Angel, because something in the story got me. But I just wanted to say that I thought back in the days where, and this is a little bit about what Jean was saying too. I thought back in the days where the slaves used music to tell a story, go left, go right. And I was thinking, because you're, a music major, that You know, a lot of times you can get into your classrooms and you can tell a story through music. You can get your point across through music. So I just wanted to encourage Angel to do that. And I'm just so happy for everyone. And I mean, I did put in the chat, you know, for the graduates that are going off to college for the first time to put their cash app, because I know, you know, when I was in school, it was really hard. I mean, $20 was a big deal, you know, so if anyone wants to invest in their education, that's one way to do it. So whether they send us their address or send us their cash app, I mean, I would really like to do something for the two college students. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tina. Thank you. Chris Chappell.
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate, to celebrate, and to just speak to the importance of recognizing what you've done, where you've been, and for all of us who have been part of the educational experience, whether students or teachers, for us to also remember the gifts that we have received from so many teachers. And this is a really important moment to lift up, to recall, and to revisit. So congratulations.
Thank you, Chris. And I think we'll close this out now with Hurley Jim, please.
Thank you, Kim. I wanted to congratulate you all, and just as I'm celebrating you, honor some of the connections I have with some of you. Might start with patience, because I am, and well, you are one of my official goddaughters. I have some unofficial ones too, but yeah, I've gotten to see you since, well, yeah, before you were born, I guess, in a way, and getting to see your progress and your amazing things you're doing now. You know, that Zoo High School, and then the North Ridge Marching Band, all that, North Hollywood, I mean, and so UC Davis, great. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each of you, but I want to just you know, honor this a bit. Molly's here too, I guess, actually. Yeah, so I know she's going to say anything, but no, okay, just watching. Sandy, likewise, known you for a long time. Love who you are, and remember everything from the early days of playing in the children's play yard together, and then on from there. So you're going to have a great adventure at UCSF. And yeah, Chuck, I think we just passed, you know, each other, but I really love what you said and what you're planning to do. And I think your emphasis, what you said about community and caring and being able to build that and maintain that online. I think that's, you know, that's what we all need to do to make the world we want to have. Angel, I'm gonna say this about you, but it's really, well, we've known each other for quite a while too, as you mentioned. I really think that your loving kindness is going to carry you through whatever challenges you run into, and that it really does apply to all of you, but I'm saying it to you especially because I know that about you, and from our connection. So Maureen, I miss, you know, our in-person conversations and our hugs one of these days. But thanks for your wisdom and keeping it up and keeping that well, keeping the eyes on the prize there. I guess I'll stop with that I know I feel like I'm leaving out a lot, but I think Reverend Joseph mentioned something that I think is important, that I've certainly been important in my life. I've been connected with a lot of formal education, you know, at several universities, and still involved in that. But there's a lot of informal education that goes on, and it's really important to value that as well. And you know, notice what you're learning, not what people are expecting you to learn, you know, what people think they've trained you to do, but what you're actually learning. Okay, take care, be well. Thank you.
Thank you, Hurley, Jim. Thank you. And thanks, Molly. And so now we'll have another song actually from our wonderful guest musician today, Larry Dill. So glad that you're here with us. While Louise is on a well-deserved vacation.
I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. You get your fill to eat, but always keep that hunger. May you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance. Never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than a passing glance. When you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance.
Okay, everybody. I'm Bob Gord, and I'm chair of the Staff Parish Relations Committee. I just want to let people know a little bit about what we do. I think in subsequent weeks, we're going to hear about various other committees in the church. You don't hear too much about us because since we are the personnel committee for the church, our what we do in our meetings is confidential. But one of our main tasks is to be supportive to the people who work in our church. Janet, our office manager, our music director, and so forth. We're the personnel committee, and we try to help people feel fulfilled in their work with the church. We also hire people, although we don't hire the minister, because the Methodist Church doesn't work that way. Something you should also know is that we are available in case there are problems or conflicts that anyone is encountering in your life in the church. If there's a problem with a staff member or even with each other that doesn't seem easily solvable without help, we are here to help. And our members are, I'll let you know who they are: Joanne Berlin, Abby Vincent, Gail Price, Bonnie Johnstone, Ayanna Parker, and also Fred Whitlock meets with us because he is the lay leader of the church. So if there's anything you feel you need help with that relates to your life in the church, feel free to contact any one of the members of the parish committee, and we will try to do what we can to be of assistance to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Joshua. Happy birthday, dear Charlene. Happy birthday, dear Stephanie. Happy birthday to you.
So I guess it is time now for the closing circle and for the song. Larry, do you have another one for us? And then we have a special song at the end.
Good. This is a song by Bob Dylan, very famous graduation song called Forever Young. Don't get too old. And I'm going to do it up tempo because it's the end of everything and we're celebrating. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you always have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. One more. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young.
Wow. We are so lucky that Larry was part of the community. very lucky that you're all a part of our community, and we're so grateful for this time together. We always close with our closing circle, but today we have a treat right after the closing circle. It's a time for you to dance. So right after closing circle, get ready to push back your monitor so you can dance, okay? But right now we're gonna take your arms out and we're gonna hold arms across the world in our circle, but our circle now includes people who are not connected to us physically, but connected to us spiritually and emotionally and by love. So we say together, carry on. Oh, unmute, I'm sorry, everybody unmute first. We do this all chaotically, okay? We like to be chaotic, so we unmute and it's gonna be, you'll see. Okay, we're gonna say carry on together. 1, 2, 3. Carry on.
Carry on.
Oh, look at Matthias. What are you?